So my why. Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm originally from Canada. I just turned 50 last year, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about my gray hair grow out journey. So what was my why? Why did I decide to ditch the dye? So the main reason for that for me was, number one, I was traveling around the world. My hair was growing really quickly. It always has. I felt like I was having to dye my roots every 3 to 4 weeks. I was creating travel content from amazing places around the world, but I constantly found myself chopping my head out of pictures. If there was one little hair that was missed, I was extremely self-conscious about it. So I wasn't taking photos of myself, not that that's really important, but traveling and experiencing places around the world and building memories is. And that was really getting in the way of me being able to experience travel freely and fully. Another reason was that I was constantly moving around. So finding a hairstylist, number one, to cut my hair and to color my hair was a nightmare. I always had hairdresser phobia, stress cuts from so many years in my own home country of Canada. Finding a great stylist was always a challenge. So that also threw stress into the mix. And then self-coloring at home. I was always worried about dyeing my hair. What if I would stain the towels at the Airbnbs, or if I would make a mess with the hair dye in the bathroom? Another problem is that the hair products are not the same all around the world. The type of chemicals they use to create hair dyes is a challenge. And I know you might say, well, use Amazon, but Amazon and some of these things are, number one, not available in some countries, and number two, not as good. And you can't find the type of products that you're used to. So those were my main reasons. Also, my partner, who I've been with for 6 years now, is 12 years younger than me. So I just turned 50 this year. He's 38. He has beautiful salt and pepper hair. But that's just was like an added pressure on me to feel younger or to look younger. And I know we've all kind of felt those pressures. But I remember sitting down with him one day, and I was just stressed out. We were going to go film some content for YouTube. I also create YouTube content, so I was having to put my face on camera all the time. And I was just frustrated about having to go dye my hair. And I remember Leon, we were sitting outside, and he's like, you don't have to dye your hair. And I was like, really? Like, not that I need permission from him or anyone, but it just never really dawned on me. I was like, really? I can? Really? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you wouldn't mind if I had gray hair? Wouldn't bother you? And of course, me being a little more self-conscious because of the age difference. And he was like, no, it's beautiful. It causes you so much stress, and your hair is beautiful. So why not try it? And from that point on, I went on to Pinterest, and, I found, Nikki Van Holt, I think is her name. And she had gorgeous hair. I loved it so much. And I remember saying to Leon, I'm like, do you think that my hair could look like that? He was like, well, you never know until you try. And so then the rest was kind of history. I just went through, I did, while I was in Chiang Mai in Thailand, which is when I first stopped dyeing my hair, I did try to do the gray blending thing. Like I actually did. I went in to go see a stylist. Okay, so I'm on my way to the salon. This is my hair state currently. No filters, just this is the color. Here's my roots. So I'm headed to the New York salon here in Chiang Mai. They're going to give me a consultation on my hair to see what we can do. And they looked at my hair, and they were like, it's a 3-step process. And I think it would have cost like $500 or something like that. And I was like, no. And then they said they had to lighten it first. And I was just worried about my hair health. I just figured, why am I going to spend all this money to lighten my hair, which could damage my hair even further? And what if I didn't like it? So I just thought, you know what, I'll just go cold turkey. And I basically lived in a black baseball hat with like a Laura Croft Tomb Raider style braid for a long time. And I was extremely self-conscious to have my coming out on YouTube. I thought, oh my goodness, like maybe people won't like us anymore. They'll think we're like that old couple. And yeah, those were a lot of my reservations in the beginning. And I don't mean anything offensive by saying old people. I am a pro-aging advocate. I love getting older and the aging process. In regards to the getting older and having long hair, or women having long hair in general, just do what you want with your hair. I will do what I want with my hair, and I will continue to use my space on Instagram to continue to show you my hair, to encourage and inspire other women in their journey. And that's never going to change. I am 50. I am loud. I am proud. I have long hair and I have gray hair. And I am going to work hard to change the narrative around that for future women. I've been in this space for a while now, and it's really disheartening to see this narrative happening for women. So I don't place more value on comments like these. They do, however, motivate me to take up big space in this space, because clearly there's work to be done. We should be encouraging one another, not discouraging one another. That was my internal struggle about how I felt that other people would possibly perceive me. And I think that this is a common feeling amongst women. So that was why I ditched the dye. And I am so glad that I did. And this is 25 months later. It's a long time, I know, but I couldn't be happier with my decision. So thank you for being here, and thank you for all of the love and support and encouragement. If you have any questions and you'd like to talk about the process or your fears, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can also check out my website and my blog at closerlives.com. There is a bunch of travel content there, but there is also an entire category about gray hair and my gray out process, why I ditched the dye, and what the heck is a grombre and what does it mean? And for those of you that are not sure, a grombre is a gray ombre. So gray, ombre mixed together, we've got grombre.
Just pulled up to the house, don't feel like getting out. I'ma just lay back and crack this window. I've been doing my best.
So, thank you so much. Take care. Bye for now.